This is the sewer map, complete sewer map. So this is a lot of fun. I wish I had more room to display this guy, but just no room for it yet. Need a bigger house. My problem is like, so I have a bunch of stuff carded that's non-gradable, but I'm like, do I want to rip him out so he's loose? But then I'm like, but they're never going to make this again. So it's just like the struggle. The struggle's real. Yeah. Like I was like, look at him. And then I'm like, no, now he's not in the bubble on the card. So we'll just do these as like honorable mentions. Yeah. I like these figs a lot too, man. These Jin Lees.
Yeah, except they
didn't make Leo.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
I know. They literally, I don't get that. I don't even, see, I don't remember any of these. Like, I think I might have seen the Savage Dragon one when I was a kid, but John Brower, born and raised Clearwater, Florida. TampaTurts is my Instagram account. I think my first turtle I was either 4 or 5 years old. Maybe even 3, I'm not sure. So it was Turtles and Batman were life. Batman was life, actually, I should say. And then Turtles came out, and Turtles was like, everybody had Turtles. The figures I got when I was a child were obviously the 4 brothers, Shredder. I always had just this crazy obsession with Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady. The original 10 I had. Krang was a little bit later, but like the sewer play set was the thing to have. And then they came out with others, obviously, like the Technodrome, Mutant Module, all those fun ones. But I only had the sewer play set, so that's all. The main focus was the sewer play set and setting up the turtles, fighting bad guys. The foot soldier is one of my favorite too, like for sure. So a funny story about these is so Bebop and his Dino. I was bidding on this on eBay, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get this thing for like 65, 75 bucks. And I went up to like 87 and I won it. And then this came, this little mini. So I spent like 85 or 90 bucks on that guy. And what I really wanted was this guy. So this is kind of a funny story. That's like my bad. I had never owned a Technodrome. So when I found one and bought one, and I was really particular, I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna get one, like the stickers have to be good. I don't want it to be yellowed, like instead. So I had to find the right one. And it's funny because when I actually bought it, I had no idea like what went in it, how it even opened up or anything. So I watched a YouTube video on it. I was like, oh crap, this is what this does. This is what this does. This is where this little piece goes. And then that's when the guy's like, and wait a second. And he opened up the side and he connected the sword play set. I was like, whoa. Because nobody knew that, right? Seriously. I mean, we had no idea.
I know he wants a Technodrome. What is a Technodrome? Here it is, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Technodrome, a massive double-decker fortress of evil, only $59.99. Thanks, dude.
And it's also funny inside on the Technodrome, it's crazy because there's actually like torture chambers in there for the turtles. Like they have that thing where I guess you like dump, it's for a child's toy, it's like, we're going to just torture these turtles, right? The Technodrome, there was one kid in my street that had one, and it was like, once he got it, like only certain people were like hanging out with him, coming to play. And the other one that I was always really wanted, never got, was the Mutant Module. I just had this like crazy, one of my favorite episodes was like when the Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady was rolling around this thing, they pop up out of the ground. And I was like, man, I just want one. And then we never got one, or I never got one.
It's the evil Foot Clan's mutant module. Shredder and his henchmen have used it to drill into the underground gold vault. We're here. Can they just drive in and take whatever they want? Why not? Because Splinter and the Turtles are hovering nearby in their turtle copter.
Hey guys, something's afoot!
Shredder's getting away, but with the turtle copters punching skids, he's a pushover.
It's foot washing time!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Vehicles and figures each sold separately from Playmates.
See, I feel like when I was growing up in our neighborhood, like most people only had like the Turtles, and there was a couple like Slash, Leatherhead, the Frog, Genghis, and I don't remember like a lot of the line behind me. Like I don't remember 80% of that stuff. I don't know if you do or not, but like the Bona Frog, I remember him. Muckman, I remember him, Mutagen Man. But aside from that, like Dirtbag, Scumbag, like all, or Scumbug, like all, or I remember Scumbug. So just, you know, so you have the childhood toys, which I wouldn't even, I guess we wouldn't really count that as collecting. But since you go through and then like you open up stuff later on in life, so I guess you kept them, so then there would be in your collection. So I guess you could say that. But serious collecting, so I started about 2.5, 3 years ago, just picking up here and there when I saw stuff out. And then when I first saw NECA out, I saw the Splinter, Splinter Baxter in store, and I was like, oh, their Turtles are back again. And I had no idea, and I was like, these are so cool. And then that's what made me go and get my stuff and start going through it. And then that was probably, a year and a half ago, maybe. And after that, it was just all serious collecting. So adult collecting, like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah. So we have Retro Rat Toys here, which they get a lot of vintage stuff in. That's where was my honey hole that started most of the stuff behind me. They got a lot of good stuff there. I've been to several cons. Florida has toy shows, I feel like, every couple weeks. So Tampa Bay Comic-Con got some stuff, and then now there's just like these toy shows pop up everywhere. So every time I go, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get anything. And then I'm like walking out with just like bags of turtles. But mostly I would say online, you know, different platforms for that. It's just easier to find stuff, you know? Yeah. Or seeing friends, like people on Instagram that are selling things, or, you know, here and there that come up. But that makes it, in the same sentence, that makes it the turtle collecting addiction even so much worse, because now you don't even have to go out and hunt this stuff. Like, you're like, so you just sit at home, you're just like, oh, I need that. Oh, I should. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's at your house. Right? I don't know how you want me to do this, because they're all just like, I think this guy's kind of cool. The bonus. What is this one? 25th anniversary. But I will say, like, hunting down toys, and like especially the NECA stuff, it's so hard to find. So when I do see it in store and I hunted it, I'm like, yes, like I got this. So I'm always trying to, you know, buy those. But so I would say the thrill of toy hunting and finding it is much more satisfying than online. So if you want, we can just pick a couple out of here.
Yeah, just sit in the chair and pick out a couple, like, just good ones and talk about it.
Yeah. What I look for in a figure is a nice, if I'm collecting mint on card, which I love mint on card, but so I love loose, complete, and mint on card. But when I'm looking at mint on card, I'm looking for any veining on the card. So if you, on a lot of cards where they put the bubble on with the glue, if you flip over a card and you go like this in the light, you'll see a vein. It's the way we call it, veining on the card. I look for any corner dings or any bubble creases or cracks. I won't buy anything with cracks in it now, just because the values just goes down so much. I don't like smashed or dinged bubbles. Like I said, it's got to be crystal clear. So when I look at something unpunched, like I want this thing to literally look like it just came off the assembly line. And now that I've gone further down, you know, and further into collecting, I'm trying to really only get like loose complete that's like super, super minty. Like there's no, like, you know, a lot of the stuff has been played with as kids. So a lot of it you're going to find, you know, chips in the paint or scratches or the joints are loose. And at first when I was collecting, I was just so like, gotta have it for that like buyer's excitement. And now I'm more towards, okay, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to wait it out and I'm going to get this the way that I want to have it for display. You know, hopefully no paint wear, have to have their accessories, things like that. Just because in the light, they just look, I mean, they're beautiful. It's art is really what it is. I mean, people call us toy collectors, but I mean, in a sense, I think we're art collectors. You know, like just to have a mock, you know, MOC, you know, mint on card figure in even just like a, you know, a plastic case or graded case, like those are just like art. It's the way that the Turtles did it. Their box art, their card art, I think is still next to none. I mean, it's all so colorful and bright and vibrant, and it's just exciting. Like when I come in this room, it's just like instant instant happy. All of my vintage that I consider true vintage would be like 88 to 94. Maybe 94. I'd have to look, but I just know that a lot was crammed in from like 88 to like 92 or 91 or whatever it was. Like, I didn't even know half this stuff came out during that, that era, because we just never saw it. But I would say that's like true vintage. But I mean, you go all the way to the 2000s and that's now still considered vintage. Oh yeah, Vern. Here, I have this variant. Can you see? I don't know if that... Why don't we just talk... Do you want us to talk Toon Turtles? It's like a lot, man. It's overwhelming. I got like 35 figures with cast right now.
35?
Yeah.
$30 a pop?
Yeah, or 35. Some of them are more, man. Like the that Krang I got with my thing is like 200 something. I don't know why that Scratch and Hotspot are considered the highest, but the most rare or the highest you can go. But there's so much more that's out there that just people, I don't think people know about. Like Tyranno Shredder from the Dino line. Like, he's so hard to get, but you can find, if you go online, you can see Scratch Hotspots all over on eBay. You go and type in Tyranno Shredder and you might get lucky to find one. So I don't know how that all happened, but that's what we should do. We should start like a Google thing, because I think it's when you search in Google, it's like if you type in rarest Ninja Turtles toys, like somebody did an article however long ago, and then they have like Toon Burns on their Scratch Hotspot, a couple different ones. I think that thing needs to be reorganized a little bit, but I got some more Toons behind you if you want me to show those or just show these or what. Murdude, he's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's why these aren't out.
Yeah. The Toon line, they don't even...
Yeah, I like the Toon line just like, so he's unpunched. But see, he's not a true unpunched because you can tell, I don't know if you'd rather me take him out of these so you can see him better. And so you can tell like this is flipped over. So he's been, so that's not a true unpunched. See, like this I wouldn't have bought, but he's cracked. But I love the box art or the card art. Like, this is a really cool fig. Like, his accessories are freaking awesome, right? Like, I like him. I might actually rip him just because he's got a crack up here and display him. But then again, it's like the same thing I was saying. It's like, do you do it? Irma, she's definitely one of my favorite. She's the most annoying in the Turtles. We could maybe all agree. I don't know, but see, like when they did the Power Rangers line, the crossover, I was kind of hoping that Irma would be the Pink Ranger. I don't know why, but I thought that kind of would have been cool. Yeah. And then you got Toon Burn. He, according to Google, he's one of the most rare figs you could possibly get. He's dirty in here, so, but I don't agree with that. I have some of the Holy Grails that I want. Yeah, I'd like to have all 4 undercover turtles, or, I'd like to have all of them. I'd like to have Scratch and Hotspot on card, but I would get the undercover turtles before I got them. So there's just certain stuff that I, really, really like. The undercovers look, I think, great, but I'm still a fan of the original 10-backs, like unpunched. Like, I have all of them, but I mean, I don't know, it's so hard, man, because there's just so much. I don't see him very often though too, and this is one of my favorites. Vern, he might actually be one of the more annoying too, because he's the one that bailed on April in the first episode when she's getting attacked and robbed. So, yep, so there's just a couple honorable mentions, some Toon lines. I got some others laying around, but these are just some fun stuff. Like, look how many accessories that comes with, right? All these. So there you have it. This is cool too. Like, this was another thing that I got. Well, maybe don't show this, huh? It's not sealed, but all the contents in this foot cruiser. It's got the inserts in here, and let's see if I can, without losing everything. So this guy is brand new sealed. He's never even been put together. I don't know if I want all the figs, but I say that now, but I do kind of want all the figs. Like, And I'd like to have them loose and graded. If I could have it my way, I'd have every figure loose and graded. So on card and then the loose guy. But, you know, that's a lifetime of collecting.